Yes, there are indeed requirements beyond an engineer's specifications for supporting lighting fixtures independently from a suspended ceiling. Firstly, the National Electrical Code, or NEC, plays a crucial role. The NEC mandates that all lighting fixtures must be supported in a manner that prevents them from falling. This necessitates a secure attachment to the building structure or an independent support system, distinct from the suspended ceiling grid. Secondly, local building codes often supplement the NEC requirements. These local regulations can vary significantly depending on the jurisdiction, making it essential to consult with the local building department to ascertain the precise support requirements applicable in a specific area. Thirdly, adhering to the fixture manufacturer's instructions is paramount. These instructions detail the specific type of support system needed for their fixtures, ensuring compatibility and safety. Fourthly, even in the absence of specific codes or instructions, employing common sense is vital. Ensuring fixtures are securely attached and unlikely to fall is a basic safety precaution. Beyond these requirements, several factors demand consideration during lighting fixture support. These factors include the weight of the fixtures, the location of the fixtures, the type of ceiling, and the seismic activity in the area. The weight of the lighting fixtures directly impacts the required support strength. Heavier fixtures necessitate more robust support systems to prevent failure. The location of the fixtures within the building also influences support requirement. Fixtures in high traffic areas or subject to potential impact may need additional reinforcement. The type of ceiling, whether it's a suspended ceiling, drywall, or concrete, dictates the appropriate anchoring methods and support structures. Suspended ceilings, in particular, require independent support systems for lighting fixtures. The seismic activity in the region necessitates seismic bracing to prevent fixtures from falling during earthquakes. In high seismic zones, specialized support systems designed to withstand seismic forces are essential. Let's delve into each of these aspects with greater detail. Firstly, considering the National Electrical Code, it is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and it is a comprehensive set of standards governing electrical wiring and equipment installation. Article 410(16) addresses requirements for the support of luminaires, which are also known as lighting fixtures. It states that luminaires must be securely supported. This typically involves attaching the fixture to a structural element of the building, such as a beam, joist, or the building's deck above. For suspended ceilings, the NEC mandates that the fixture be supported independently of the ceiling grid. This is often achieved using hanger wires attached to the building structure above. These hanger wires must be of sufficient gauge and strength to support the weight of the fixture, and they must be securely fastened to both the fixture and the building structure. Local electrical inspectors will enforce these NEC provisions and may have additional requirements specific to the local jurisdiction. These local requirements might include specific types of hardware or additional support measures. Secondly, exploring local building codes. It is imperative to investigate the specific requirements imposed by the local building department. These codes often reference the NEC, but they may also include amendments or additions that are more stringent or specific to local conditions. For example, some jurisdictions may require that all lighting fixtures in commercial buildings be supported by safety cables, even if the NEC does not explicitly mandate them. Other jurisdictions may have specific requirements for the spacing and size of hanger wires. To ensure compliance, it's crucial to contact the local building department and obtain a copy of the relevant building codes and regulations. Consulting with a licensed electrical contractor familiar with local codes is also highly recommended. Thirdly, regarding the fixture manufacturer's instructions, these instructions offer vital guidance on the proper installation and support of the specific lighting fixture model. The manufacturer has designed the fixture with a particular support method in mind, and deviating from these instructions can compromise the fixture's structural integrity and safety. The instructions typically specify the type of hardware required, the recommended spacing of support points, and any special considerations for different ceiling types. Ignoring these instructions can void the manufacturer's warranty and potentially create a hazardous situation. It is always best practice to thoroughly review and follow the manufacturer's instructions before commencing any lighting fixture installation. Fourthly, let's think about common sense. Even in the presence of comprehensive codes and instructions, it's crucial to exercise good judgment and common sense. If a particular installation method appears unsafe or inadequate, it's essential to take corrective action. For instance, if the provided hanger wires seem too thin for the fixture's weight, it's prudent to use heavier gauge wires. Similarly, if the ceiling grid appears weak or unstable, it's wise to reinforce it before installing the fixture. Remember, the primary goal is to ensure the safety of occupants and prevent the fixture from falling. Employing common sense can help identify potential hazards and prevent accidents. Now, let's consider the weight of the fixtures. Heavy lighting fixtures, such as chandeliers or large fluorescent fixtures, demand more robust support systems. The support system must be capable of bearing the fixture's weight without sagging, bending, or failing. It's essential to consult the manufacturer's specifications to determine the fixture's weight and the recommended support capacity. When using hanger wires, ensure that the wires are of sufficient gauge and strength to support the fixture's weight with a generous safety margin. For very heavy fixtures, it may be necessary to use multiple support points or to install additional structural support to the building. Next is the location of the fixtures. The location of the lighting fixtures within the building impacts the support requirements. Fixtures installed in high traffic areas, such as hallways or lobbies, are more susceptible to accidental impact. In these areas, it's crucial to provide additional protection to prevent the fixture from being dislodged. This might involve installing a protective cage around the fixture or using a more robust support system that can withstand impact forces. Fixtures installed in damp or corrosive environments, such as bathrooms or kitchens, require corrosion-resistant hardware and support structures. And the type of ceiling is important. The type of ceiling significantly influences the choice of support system. Suspended ceilings, also known as drop ceilings, consist of lightweight tiles suspended from a grid of metal runners. These ceilings are not designed to support heavy loads, so lighting fixtures must be supported independently of the ceiling grid. This typically involves using hanger wires attached to the building's structure above. Drywall ceilings consist of gypsum board attached to ceiling joists. These ceilings can support some weight, but it's essential to use appropriate anchors and fasteners to ensure secure attachment. Concrete ceilings are strong and can support heavy loads, but installing lighting fixtures in concrete ceilings requires specialized drilling and anchoring techniques. And lastly, seismic activity matters. In areas prone to earthquakes, seismic bracing is essential to prevent lighting fixtures from falling during seismic events. Seismic bracing involves installing additional support wires or struts that are designed to resist lateral forces. These bracing systems must be designed and installed by qualified professionals in accordance with local building codes. Proper seismic bracing can significantly reduce the risk of injury and property damage during an earthquake. By carefully considering all these factors, one can ensure that the lighting fixtures are properly supported and will not pose a safety hazard. Prioritizing safety and compliance with the relevant codes and standards is crucial for all lighting fixture installations. Some examples of support methods could include hanger wires, which are a common method for supporting lighting fixtures from suspended ceilings, safety cables, which are secondary support that is used to prevent the fixtures from falling even if the primary support fails, and mounting brackets that are used to attach the fixture directly to the building structure. A deeper look at the National Electrical Code, or NEC, Section 410.16 covers the requirements for the support of lighting fixtures. It states that fixtures must be securely supported by structural elements of the building, such as beams, joists, or the ceiling or floor above. For suspended ceilings, the NEC requires that the fixtures be supported independently of the ceiling grid. This can be achieved by using hanger wires, chains, or other approved support methods. The NEC also specifies the minimum size and type of support wires that must be used, depending on the weight of the fixture. Additionally, the NEC requires that all support wires be securely fastened to both the fixture and the building structure. Safety cables are a supplementary support system that provides an added layer of protection. These cables are typically attached to the fixture and the building structure, independent of the primary support system. In the event that the primary support fails, the safety cable will prevent the fixture from falling. Safety cables are often required by local building codes, especially in commercial buildings or in areas with high seismic activity. In addition to complying with the NEC and local building codes, it's also important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for the specific lighting fixtures being installed. These instructions will provide detailed guidance on the proper support methods and hardware to use. Ignoring the manufacturer's instructions can void the warranty and potentially create a safety hazard. The weight of the lighting fixture is a critical factor in determining the appropriate support system. Heavier fixtures require stronger support wires and more robust anchoring methods. The manufacturer's specifications will typically indicate the weight of the fixture and the maximum load capacity of the recommended support system. It's essential to ensure that the support system is capable of safely supporting the weight of the fixture. The type of ceiling is another important consideration. Suspended ceilings require independent support systems, as the ceiling grid is not designed to bear the weight of lighting fixtures. Drywall ceilings can support some weight, but it's important to use appropriate anchors and fasteners to ensure secure attachment. Concrete ceilings are strong and can support heavy loads, but installing lighting fixtures in concrete ceilings requires specialized drilling and anchoring techniques. Seismic activity is a major concern in areas prone to earthquakes. In these areas, seismic bracing is essential to prevent lighting fixtures from falling during seismic events. Seismic bracing involves installing additional support wires or struts that are designed to resist lateral forces. These bracing systems must be designed and installed by qualified professionals in accordance with local building codes. By carefully considering all these factors and following the appropriate codes, standards, and manufacturer's instructions, one can ensure that the lighting fixtures are properly supported and will not pose a safety hazard. Proper lighting fixture support is essential for the safety of building occupants and the prevention of property damage. Taking the time to install lighting fixtures correctly is a worthwhile investment. Always consult with a qualified electrician or building inspector if there are any questions or concerns about the proper support methods. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it's essential to stay current with the latest requirements. This ensures that the electrical installations are safe and compliant. Local building codes can vary significantly from one jurisdiction to another, so it's essential to check with the local building department to determine the specific requirements for a particular project. It's a good idea to maintain records of all lighting fixture installations, including the date of installation, the type of fixtures installed, and the support methods used. These records can be helpful for future maintenance and inspections. Regular inspections of lighting fixture support systems are important to identify any signs of wear, damage, or deterioration. Any problems should be addressed promptly to prevent potential hazards. Consider energy-efficient lighting fixtures, such as LED fixtures. These fixtures consume less energy and have a longer lifespan, which can save money on electricity bills and reduce the need for frequent replacements. When installing lighting fixtures, be sure to use the appropriate tools and equipment. This will help ensure that the installation is done safely and correctly. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves, when working with electrical equipment. This will help protect from potential hazards. Always disconnect the power supply before working on any electrical equipment. This will help prevent electric shock. And when in doubt, consult with a qualified electrician or building inspector. They can provide expert advice and guidance on the proper lighting fixture support methods. Remember that proper lighting fixture support is not just a matter of compliance, it's also a matter of safety. By taking the necessary steps to ensure that the lighting fixtures are properly supported, one can create a safer and more comfortable environment. The independent support prevents the weight of the fixture from resting on the ceiling grid, which can cause the grid to sag or collapse. Independent support also reduces the risk of the fixture falling if the ceiling grid is damaged or disturbed. Common methods for providing independent support include using hanger wires attached to the building structure above the ceiling, installing support brackets that attach to the building structure, and using a combination of hanger wires and support brackets. The specific method used will depend on the weight of the fixture, the type of ceiling, and the building structure. When selecting a support method, it is important to consider the load capacity of the support system. This support system must be able to safely support the weight of the fixture, plus any additional loads that may be imposed on the fixture, such as wind or snow load. It is also important to consider the environmental conditions. If the fixture is located in a damp or corrosive environment, the support system must be made of materials that are resistant to corrosion. Regular inspection is important to ensure the integrity of the support system. The support system should be inspected periodically for signs of wear, damage, or corrosion. Any damaged or corroded component should be replaced immediately.